That's why I do this. Because it annoys me. Hang on a second. Welcome! While I do this. That's alright. This is annoying. There you are. I'm just fixing this up because I don't like to see the ring light. Now you guys know why I do this. It fell. This is my messy backstaging job. Anyway, it's a little weird. Okay, here we are. How are you? I have not plugged my microphone in. Let me do that. Donald Trump done lost his mind. What do you think? Oh my word. This is what I call karma. We're going to read tonight on how long it's going to take before they finally remove him for lack of sanity, because he is crazy. He is nuts. He's done lost his mind. And it's dangerous. I don't care how much MAGA you need to be to feed your freaking ego or to cover up your crimes. This is effing dangerous as shit. Sorry, Sadhguru, I don't mean to cuss. But he's crazy. That's what's on my mind. And it's criminal. It's un-effing believable that these MAGA Republicans are like, oh, and the media is like, oh, okay, yeah, okay, Mr. President. Well, oh, Alcatraz. Oh, yeah. Oh, Alcatraz. Yeah. Yeah, sure. What do you mean by that? How do you think that might happen? I want the media in jail too. Absolutely, Electra Storm. I am with you. What the effing F? Donnie's saying it's baffling about him trying to open Alcatraz. Alright, so I mentioned earlier on an earlier video this morning at Off the Ledge, I mentioned that I watched the movie Conclave. It's a good movie. You should see it. It's really insightful. So I watched the movie Enclave, so I think I want to be a Catholic cardinal. You have to presume I'm a male saying that, right? Because I guess Dumpy apparently he watched a movie about Alcatraz. So that's where it came from. It's utter stupidity and insanity, absolutely. I've reached the end of my rope when it comes to us having to put up with this crap. Am I right? Am I right? Yeah, let's and he just comes out with this like off the cuff. Oh, I think maybe this. And the effing media treats it like, oh yeah, well, he's the president. Oh, well, Mr. President. Kristen Welker, give me a break. Oh, well, oh, we'd have to have trials for millions and millions of these criminals and these people that would take a baseball bat to your grandmother's head, and they're The way he goes on about criminals. Yeah, Rose is like, I worked MHMR 18 years. Yes, he is. He's nuts. The way he goes on about these criminals, these criminals, these criminals, these criminals, and guess what he is? He's a 35 times convicted felon who incited a violent insurrection against these United States of America that he swore an oath not once but twice to abide by the United States Constitution. What did that mean? Anything? Oh, I don't know about due process. Well, it's in the Constitution. It's the Fifth Amendment, Mr. President. He knows nothing. The media needs to say to his face, he's a criminal. I didn't know I was this mad, but it must be because I just put a red shirt on. Are you guys with me? I think you are. So we're going to figure it out. We are going to figure it out. And he stays up all night texting. And I'm sorry. He looks like a reptile. I'm just saying it. He looks, as long as my hat isn't red. Yeah, I just changed my shirt because I had the same shirt on for 2 videos. I like to change it up. Wow. We are mad as hell, and we are not going to take it anymore. So goddamn frustrating. And then the obsession with Biden. Oh, Biden this. Well, Biden. Well, did you see what Biden? Well, Biden, you know. Oh, well, the economy's bad because of Biden. Oh, the job numbers were up today. Well, that's because of me. What? Yeah, I give you all permission. I give you all permission to rant in the chat. I don't mind if you rant in the chat anyway. His beady eyes look like chicken eyes. I would say that I was looking at his eyes, and they're getting more and more closed. Like, yeah, the media lets him get away with it. It's criminal. And I'm looking at how puffed up his eyes are. And I'm looking and I'm going, what does he look like to me? And he looks like one of those Komodo dragon lizards. Did I make you laugh? We have to laugh. It's so insane. The crazier he is, the more people watch the media to see what he said. I guess that might be good. Stop the sane washing. We could start a whole campaign to... This is what we used to do at Grassroots of Democracy until people lost interest. Which is why I stopped doing those meetings. But we got a lot done. We used to write to mainstream media. And I think, you don't need to watch him, Amy, but if you're curious about what he has to say, you could watch Mary Trump Media, because it's pretty funny. It's pretty funny when Mary Trump plays him with a baby voice. But you don't have to listen to him. Just know what's going on. That's all. And even if you don't know what's going on, just know that we need your help activated, doing what you can to help. Well, don't you think, Wildflower Wind, that if they're talking about his removal, that people will watch the media? I don't think that it's going to continue, that the media gets more view. I don't think that behavior is going to continue. You watch Mary Trump, it's hilarious. I don't think that media behavior is going to continue, because this is what I see. I am picking up energy of similar to 9/11. I'm picking up energy similar to January 6th. And let me explain what I mean by that. We know that they make more money off of clicks because of Trump. I know that. That's pretty clear. I didn't know the media said it, though. But I could see where they would. The media is going to do an about face when we have a traumatic event happen, and it's coming. You heard he's the same, his IQ is the same as a 5-year-old. And I think that this week we're going to feel the fear build. Let's remember. Suzanne was teetering on the edge. You had to step away and look for plants. That's a great idea. That's a great thing to do. I highly recommend removing yourself. The tension is building, and I feel this week there's going to be a major event. Because it's building. And I think that, yeah, I like your idea that someone needs to turn around and say to him, get effed. I like that idea. He's destroying our whole country. What happened, what I'm picking up on is what happened, maybe you guys are picking up on this too, prior to 9/11, and I don't know about prior to January 6th, but I wouldn't be surprised. There's something called the Schumann resonance. It's a kind of a measurement of people's, vibrational consciousness. I don't know exactly the science of it, but the Schumann resonance peaks before a major event. It's almost like it points to that we're all psychic, that we all know what's going on subconsciously all the time. So all this psychic stuff that I do here, you too can do if you just practice. Did I say 5/9? I didn't give a date. No, I didn't give a date that things would fall apart, or come to a peak. But we're going to look at a few things tonight and about that, regarding that, especially. Thomas is in Italy, so don't expect dad jokes tonight. Yeah, there was a movie on TV about Alcatraz. I know, that's why Darren, I was saying earlier before he showed up, I watched Conclave last night, so now I want to study to be a cardinal. But they don't let women in. Maybe Kathy said something about the 9th. I'm going to go back and listen to that show that we did last week. Yeah, no dad jokes. Oh no, so you guys, I'm going to have to come up with some jokes. Or we can just make fun of everybody in MAGA. Speaking of that, I did write a Substack. Substack is weird because if you need to change something, they don't let you go in and edit it. It's weird. It's supposed to say, this is what I did today. I didn't have any clients booked. MAGA is definitely a cult, and it's the post page. So I found this picture of this woman. Of course we remember this. When he was driving the garbage truck, he thought that was appealing right before the election, and it was appealing to the MAGAs. So there's a picture of this woman who says, I'm sorry, it's just ridiculously funny. I don't think I have my glasses. Proud American garbage. Yeah, that's her. You've been to Alcatraz many times. There's no way they could build that today. It's just a pipe dream. It's just he has these ideas without any reason, any basis, just a pipe dream. All right, so, and there's more. It's not just that. All right, talk amongst yourselves, because I do think I need my glasses. I thought I was ready. Hang on. Tell jokes. I'll be right back. Did anyone tell a joke? He has no horse sense. He's got no sense. He's lost his mind. So, let's ask the pendulum. I know the Ghost Hunters did do a show in Alcatraz. I remember that. Didn't they pick some stuff up? Next, he'll want a Trump Tower on a satellite. There's no telling what he's going to come up with next. The question is, when is somebody going to look at him and go, "You're effing crazy"? Our founding fathers didn't want the president to have this much power. Please hit the thumbs up. I appreciate it. We'll do a group hug when we get to 200 thumbs up. And thank you for being here tonight. Is Stephen Miller telling him what to do? Yeah, of course he is. But not the Alcatraz. All that stuff he just comes up with in his head. He makes it up. The whole world knows he's effing crazy. Absolutely. Is somebody with influence going to call this out in the near future? I know they're rolling in their graves right now. That's a yes. Somebody's going to call this out in the near future. I know he's throwing out crap out there to keep us in chaos because that's his trademark. That's his brand. But that doesn't exclude that he's mentally insane. Rand Paul, I know, Rand Paul was even saying he's off his rocker, and that it really was surprising to me when Rand Paul was speaking out loudly against the tariffs, because he was a big Trumpster. Will it be somebody in his staff that, well, I'm getting a yes that it'll be somebody on his staff that actually addresses this. Now, earlier, when I did a pop-up a couple hours ago, I got the High Priestess, and I've gotten that repeatedly when I ask about his mental health, which just says that people are just going to be hiding it like they have been. But I'm wondering, maybe that won't continue. All right, let's read on it, shall we? Rancid Paul, I hadn't heard that. He's a weird guy. I told my son I was going to buy him a book on procrastination, but I keep putting it off. Fill in for Thomas. We have Cheryl Clark. If somebody's asking if Mike Waltz will be the one that says something. Did he actually go to work for the UN? Michelle, you got that book? Let me recap for anybody who didn't see that. I'm going to recap what I saw yesterday during a pop-up. I did like a 20-minute pop-up, which was longer than usual, but I had some time yesterday afternoon, on Sunday afternoon, after church, which was awesome. Please check out Church of Spirituality. So I'm doing a reading on him yesterday, on Dumpy. And I'm just doing a reading, thinking about him doing that AI-generated image of him being the Pope. Completely blew my mind, and that he did that. And then I had this aha moment where I realized that I read that book, The Demonologist, by Ed and Lorraine Warren, many years ago when I first got into doing this work. We're talking decades ago. And I have a copy of that book. And I learned from that book how to protect myself, because the demonic realm is real. But one of the things that the demonic does is make a mockery of Catholicism, because Catholicism, this is my take on it, is the only religion that has they have the code to do exorcisms that work. For some reason, the other faiths don't have that. Maybe they don't believe in demons or something. But to mock the Pope was a sign of the demonic at work. So that raised my eyebrows. I couldn't believe, it was a real chilling effect that it had on me to see that. I was like, hey, yikes. But it made me very clear about what we're actually dealing with. So I bring that up because I mentioned the book, and Michelle said she bought the book. It's not for the faint of heart. If you scare easily, you might not want to read it. But that was really shocking to me, and I don't know why. It was just the way that it hit me. Shame on the Catholics who voted for the Orange Beast. Well, there's hypocrisy everywhere, right? But that was just really striking. But then there's Pope Francis, who was I think he's going to be a saint. Are the majority of the American people going to rise up and ask for massive change, demand massive change? It looks like yes. Yes. Yeah, who the heck? I mean, and Pope Francis died a week ago. And now he's claiming he didn't post the picture. Oh, well, he doesn't lie, does he? No, he doesn't lie. My Substack article, under a net Substack, that it was all about the lying and the MAGA cult. Do I think Vance caused the Pope's death? No, because I'm surprised the Pope made it as long as he did. I think the Pope really wanted to stay until Easter was over. I do think that Pope Francis was well aware of Opus Dei. Well aware. We'll get 11 million to protest, Suzanne. That's not a problem. Also, I saw a video today of Mike Lawler in New York. Is Warren in the chat today? I think I saw him. Mike Lawler. Did you guys see that? So now the thing at these town halls is they're going full on authoritarian. Did you guys see any of that? Trump threw Melania under the bus and said she thought that him looking like the Pope in an AI generated picture was funny. Wow. Yeah. Wow. Anyway. Let's look at some things. Yes, that lady's, it says proud American garbage. I don't think I'm going to play it for you, but I do want to direct you to it. I did post it on my community post page. The Mike Lawler. Look that up on YouTube. They took an elderly woman out of the town hall, and they're treating them like they're absolute criminals for attending a town hall, which is an opportunity for the public to show up and to ask you questions, and they're treating it like an opportunity to arrest people. Why the hell are they drag people out because they ask questions and have opinions? Why the hell are they even doing a town hall if they're going to treat the whole reason for the town hall? This country was founded on democracy is so the people can talk and get their questions answered. And now they're bringing in the police force, and they're women, unthreatening, just asking a question. How many times have we seen this so far this year? Yeah, and Lawler had a list of like 25 things not that they couldn't do. It's not going to work. Arresting children and seniors. Yeah. Bunch of effing losers. I am telling you what. I've never seen anything like it. And if it's any consolation, I just want to tell you, every time I tune into their energy, they are weak, 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 weak. Yeah, she was a social worker. And she sat there and she said, she didn't look that old. She said, I'm an old lady. I'm not leaving. They shouldn't be asking her to leave. So, I'm going to pull 3 cards on Mike Lawler. I mean, these people, apparently they voted for him and that's how he treats them. Unbelievable. Stand strong against fascism. This is the time to do that. 39 immigrants arrested in Maine without any reason. Yeah, we got to fight back. We've got to fight back. Yeah, this is yeah. This is what happens in other countries, and this is our turn. This is our turn. It's happening to our country right now, and this is our turn. We have to prove what we have in us. It will all collapse. It is collapsing. Mike Lawler. I cannot tell you how many times I get the King of Pentacles, which is starting to drive me crazy. Yeah, kids in cages. I wrote a song that was the first couple lines were about the kings of the kids in cages. The King of Pentacles, the Five of Cups, and this is weird. I got these cards earlier. The source of the money. Thank you for the donation. The source of the money is going to be revealed. This is weird because I shuffled these and I got these same 3 cards earlier. What is going on with this? The money's going to be uncovered. The money trail is going to be uncovered. And what I see is like people being so angry at the news being found out. Oh, that might be Elon. That might be Elon that I'm seeing, that King of Pentacles, because it's, you know, it represents, is it Elon? It's not Elon. Okay, does this represent the source of dark money? The source of dark money. Okay. I'm asking about Mike Lawler. Okay, so because I'm asking about Mike Lawler, it's interesting that I'm pulling the same cards. I pulled these same cards for Dumpy earlier. So there's the connection. That's the guides telling us there's the connection. Lawler's funding is from the same place that Dumpy's funding comes from. 5 of Cups. He's going to start losing energy. But there's also this other energy of, oh, I'm not worried about it. We can just arrest the old ladies that just came to voice their opinion in a democracy using their First Amendment rights. There's this air of like, oh, well, you know, it's okay because we're all good and we, you know, nobody can touch us. That. And that is, that attitude is connected to this. Thank you, Darren, for putting my info up. Aw, you're sweet. To donate through from with my P.O. box. She posted that. Thanks. I think it's in the description too. So yeah, as far as Lawler goes, they're all literally banking on that they have the financial strength behind them. And I just want to find out where it's coming from. You're the best, Darren. I just want to find out where it's coming from because this King of Pentacles comes up all the time. Is it Leonard Leo? No, this is not, because I'm asking about Lawler. He's a representative in New York. He's a you know what? I'll be polite. Let's see. King of Pentacles. Is it, oh, it's giving me, okay. It's giving me a yes, but I haven't asked the question yet. It's definitely dark money. Is it? Help me out. Where would the dark money be coming from? What are the sources of the dark money? There's Leonard Leo. It's not, I mean, I'm asking about Lawler. They seem to be pulling from this big pool of money. So I'm asking where Mike Lawler's money is coming from. Because they have attitude like, nobody can touch me. Oh, just arrest the little old lady, right? That's what I'm trying to get to the bottom of. Is it from Putin? No. Is it Peter Thiel? No. I'm a little stumped. Is it the Saudis? is a Harlan Crow. I'm getting more of a Harlan Crow, Leonard Leo vibe, although I'm getting a Harlan Crow vibe. That's interesting. Wow. That was all about Mike Lawler. Eric Prince. Koch brothers, I think, are out. No, I already asked about Putin. Putin's got enough problems to worry about. I think Eric Prince, and I think, yeah, I get strong on Eric Prince. Yep. Wow. Murdoch, I don't know. Is it Murdoch? No. Let's ask about Rupert Murdoch, because I feel like Rupert Murdoch is souring on this whole thing. Yeah, if it looks like Harlan Crow and Eric Prince is what's coming up. Harlan Crow is yes, and Eric Prince. Those two, isn't that interesting? Let's read on Rupert Murdoch and what he's thinking about Dumpy right now. Thank you for hitting the thumbs up. We're getting closer to 200. The number of people in the room keeps changing drastically. What are we reading on Sandy's asking? I don't know. Sometimes I get so caught up in all the news in my head, I forget. Yeah, Eric Prince. Yeah. And Harlan Crow. Harlan Crow is a strong Nazi. Crypto, well, I think crypto's involved too. All right, I'm reading on Rupert Murdoch and where he's at in his head right now. He's quite old now. He's past 90, I think. Okay. Yes, thank you for being here tonight. We have a good group tonight. We need one more thumbs up and we will be doing a group hug momentarily. I appreciate you being here so much, and please subscribe. Rupert Murdoch. He's done with Dumpy. Here's some good news. Where's my bell? Wait, we need... Murdoch is done with Dumpy! I think the moon just went into Leo or something. No, it's going into Virgo. It was in Leo. Must be all that Aries energy or something. I don't know. It's just me. Yes, thank you. We passed 200, so we'll do a group hug. Well, Murdoch, too little, too late. Maria, let's accentuate the positive. Let's retract that one and go, well, that's a damn miracle. You know what I'm saying? Because as far as Rupert Murdoch goes and how he feels about Dumpy, I have the death card. I think he's done. And I saw clips of Karl Rove criticizing Dumpy. Murdoch, he's done with Dumpy. You're going to start seeing it because the judgment card is coming up. I think that this is what I feel like. I feel like the orange buffoon, you know how he gets. He doesn't think. I've seen this for a long time. It's a weird thing with his brain that Dumpy decides to do something and he has no additional thought about how that will work, how it will. He has no thought of consequences. And I feel like that he said something about Murdoch that Dumpy's. I feel like he said something about Murdoch that really royally pissed Murdoch off. Brent oil is going down in price. It's hard to keep up, you guys. So is that accurate? I'm feeling like Rupert Murdoch is done with him. Wow. Seagulls are back. It's funny. It was so quiet. They were so quiet for months. They're coming back out. All right, we have enough people in the... We've reached our quota of 200 thumbs up, and we have a good group tonight. So let's do a group hug. Ready? Are we ready for a group hug? Let's do a group hug that... Let's just really hold it in our consciousness. And let me, while I'm thinking of it, let me remind you all that I have a list of declarations that a group of us are doing every single day on our own at 12 noon Eastern time. Adjust to your time zone. Ready for a hug? Send an email to AnnetteDion7@gmail.com and I will instantly copy and paste it for you so that you too can join us at that time every day. What we do, I'm thinking of it because we set an intention for the group hug too. What we do is we read those declarations and we visualize that happening, which has to do with he's arrested, the whole administration is taken down, and people from past administrations come in and they help us to rebuild our country. So let's do a group hug on let's get that energy moving. The energy to take this whole damn criminal mob down and replace it with real democracy. Okay? And let's hold in our hug all the people that are being detained, that aren't criminals. And let's hold in our minds, in our hug, helping all those who are really in despair, okay? 1, 2, 3. See this administration arrested and taken down and replaced with true public servant Democrats. To all the people that are being detained, that are scared, that are terrified, that have lost their jobs, that don't know what to do, and all the people that are in despair, especially the elderly and the people that are really lonely and depressed. And for all of us, lifting the energy, lifting the energy, lifting the vibe. Thank you. Good hug, you guys. It's always a good hug. And think about those things. And, you know, I have a lot of you know, but I like to remind you, there are a lot of videos under the Thursday night lives. Awesome hug, right? Under the Thursday night lives, because we do a guided meditation. The first 15 minutes, we're just chit-chatting. And then the last 15 minutes, we do a guided meditation. We visualize. See, Cheryl could feel it. We visualize this country healing. We also pray for our country at Church of Spirituality. So there's a lot of energy work going on here. And you all make it work. Big, powerful hug. Okay, so I'm actually... Did I say I was going to read on something specific? I kind of want to read on our democracy. I want to read on Kamala Harris. And one interesting thing is that I was watching a video today where there was a clip of the inauguration, which I didn't watch. Of course I didn't watch the inauguration because it was all fake. And I noticed Kamala Harris and Doug at that inauguration, the fake inauguration. And she seemed very confident at that on January 20th, on that day. So what we're going to do... You're welcome, Gina. You visualize the U.S. military arresting the orange beast. Yes. Do you have the declarations, Maria? So I'm going to read on Kamala. Because I really have felt all along that there's something going on behind the scenes to deal with this. But we, the people, have to show up before there's kind of a sense of confidence that we will save our democracy and will stay on the ball. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but soon as that Venus and Aries and Neptune and Aries energy kicked in, and when this shit started really getting real, to put it bluntly, I pretty much dropped everything and I'm all in. I'm saving democracy. And I hope that you all feel the same. I would hope that we all feel the same. Nothing else matters. I spent practically the whole day writing that article for Substack. Please share it. Kamala Harris and our democracy. Okay, so what she's up against, she's building. What she's up against is the lies. So we've got to figure out a way, and we can visualize this, that people come to their senses. And the way that people come to their senses is, is through a calamity. I think we're in a calamity. Do you guys think we're in a calamity? I'm kind of thinking we're in a calamity. It's good to see Damon in the chat tonight. Hey, hey, hey. It's good to see all of you in the chat. So reading on Kamala, these cards are better than what I've gotten for her, in the recent past. The King of Swords and the Three of Pentacles. There's some kind of a message about justice coming, that Kamala is getting ready for that moment. There's some kind of a message about justice. Isn't it true though? There's going to be a catastrophe that will make people wake up. We'll be okay. Yeah, we'll be okay. When the tariffs hit, it's going to feel exactly like it felt at the start of COVID. So get ready for that. Okay. You feel like you're in a tilt-a-whirl with all the calamity going on around us? You can handle it, Maria. Come on, you're tough. Find your inner Ukrainian. The Seven of Cups is all the lies that Kamala is up against. Donnie $2 is going down. Good one, Rose. He's crashing the economy on purpose. Of course he is. Did you read my Substack that was entitled, Dear Trump, Destroy America, Love Putin? It's like old news, right? Okay. So, she's coming back, but what guidance I've gotten for a few months now is our democracy can't strengthen and take hold until enough people snap out of it and come into the world of reality. Now let's read on this. Let's read on if Putin and the Kremlin are going to continue laying on the brainwashing thickly. Oh, good. I'm glad you liked that Substack. Because the reason, and that's what my article is about, the reason that people are so crazy in the cult is that the Kremlin brainwashed people. They said they did. It's all factual. So I'm reading on whether the Kremlin is going to do that, or if we can finally get some headway. I think we're finally going to get some headway because Putin's going to lose the war. Just popped out of my mouth. I think we're going to get some headway because I think Putin's going to lose the war. Maria just said, I visualized President Zelensky and the Ukrainians kicking Putin's ass. Those are my words, the last two words. Interesting. Very interesting. Because what I'm asking is the Kremlin going to continue pounding away at mind controlling the American people's minds, which is how MAGA got a stronghold. And this is so interesting because I feel like so much is going to be exposed regarding Putin The Nine of Pentacles, that's a lot of information, and it's a matter of time. I feel like Putin right now is like, I read on it earlier, just kind of keeping the status quo in a way with the war. Yeah, Russia has major money problems. That's what I'm picking up. Major money problems. Let's ask the pendulum. The major money problems that Putin is having, is that what's going to cause him to lose the war? I think it's a combination of things, because this is not a straight yes or no. Is it going to be, is he going to lose because other countries give Ukraine more arms? Yes. When Putin, the very first invaded Ukraine on that, I think it was February 22nd, 2022, when he first invaded Ukraine, it's taken a long time, but I saw other countries coming in and pummeling Putin. Netanyahu was invited to Putin's military parade. When was his military parade? The Russian people are certainly upset with Putin. We're getting a dose of what it feels like to have a crazed dictator, a crazed murderous dictator at the helm. We're getting a touch of that, right? It sucks. May 9th there's a military parade? Alright, do you want me to read on whether Dumpy's having a military parade? I don't think so. I don't even think I have to read on that. But I'll pull a few cards about Dumpy's desire to have a military parade. Oh, and I did see something on Facebook that I did share on my community page, and it is about... Hang on a second. This is kind of important, or I wouldn't make you wait. Oh, I might not have saved it here. It was a call to anybody in the military who wants to uphold their oath to the Constitution, and it was a number for them to call so that they wouldn't have to break their oath to the Constitution. So I'm not feeling like Dumpy will be there to have this big military parade. It's not who we are. It's wrong. So let's ask this. Are they preparing for the military parade right now? I get a no on that. Moses Mike said, no money to feed hungry children or fund Medicaid, but can spend hundreds of thousands for military parade. Right. Yeah, exactly. And Dumpy wants $100 million of our taxpayer dollars. And what they've written into the budget, the MAGAs have written into the budget, $30 million at least for security detail for when Dumpy goes golfing. There's a huge rally. There's a huge protest rally in D.C. There's a huge... What are you saying about Zelensky? Zelensky, I said your safety is in jeopardy at the Russian parade. Who said that? There's a huge rally planned for June 6th at the Capitol. A lot of people from the military veterans are going to be there. I'm looking at maybe going. I have to check my funds and everything. Yeah, big rally June 6th D-Day. Okay. So I'm pulling 3 cards about Dumpy's dreams for a military parade. Dumpy's dreams. I'm only calling it that. Wow. Are you taking the train in? I'm thinking about that. I wouldn't fly. I would not fly. There's no way. I mean, if you're gonna fly, you'll be fine. God will protect you. The angels will protect you. I just choose not to. I'm not a big fan of flying. I'll do it, but I'm not a big fan. Okay, so as far as Dumpy's parade, the Ten of Swords says he'll be incapacitated. The Ace of Pentacles says, and the Star represents the United States. I know these cards don't look like what I'm saying. I'm just reading them psychically. The Ten of Swords is massive pain. I hate this card because it's Bridget Bishop being hung for being accused of witchcraft in Salem. The Ace of Pentacles and the Star is the United States. The Ace of Pentacles is our Constitution. No, I think he's going to be too much of a wreck. Yeah, his mental acuity is going down fast, right, Rita? I think... You know, and go back and watch the show with Kathy Beale, because she was talking about a time, and maybe she answered my... Let me see if she answered me. Hang on. Not yet. I wanted to know the time frame that she saw... She saw his head kind of... She saw him losing his head. And she was talking about Medusa with the snakes coming out of the head, you know, like that. But there's some kind of an astrological configuration coming up for him that basically means he loses his head. So I think I'm going to read on that. Michael keeps hoping he kicks the bucket. We don't have any control over those things. We just want him... We want him to be powerless. Because he's doing such damage to everybody's lives. I mean, don't we all want to move on with our lives? But we can't complain. It could be worse. You know, we could be in Ukraine getting bombed. So let's just pray for the Ukrainians and the Russians and the people in the Middle East. I'm gonna pull 3 cards about what's gonna happen. Do I remember when they said Trump took blood transfusions from younger people, or was that a dream? They were accusing the Democrats of doing such weird things. Better go to New Orleans and make a deal with the voodoo witches. Don't worry about Enrico Tarrio. He's kind of he's just dumb. He's more than that, but he's pretty dumb. I'm pulling 3 cards on, because we're reading on the June 14th thing. And I'm just reading on his health. They're going to pretend that it's happening up until probably the first week in June. They're going to pretend that it's happening. Just to hype, just to, you know, make him feel important. The TikTok witches are working hard. I'll have to look them up. I'm not on TikTok. Yeah, I wouldn't worry about the Jan 6ers. I would really just, I would advise everybody to put your faith in the higher power. I really mean that. I would advise everybody. Of course, good witches. Awesomeness. We're only good witches, right? I really think that people that have some kind of faith are having an easier time with dealing with all this. And it's, you know, whatever you believe in, but I just think it makes it easier. I really do. And I think it makes it easier to think of all the things that we've made it through, both in this country and personally. Were you here, Dean Wade, when I said that the demonic makes a mockery out of Catholicism, and that's what Dumpy did when he put that AI image of himself as the Pope up? Besides, it's just so disrespectful. Can you imagine somebody that everybody loves? Just for a second, just imagine that. Imagine somebody in your community that everybody loves dies. And imagine that a week later you dress up just like that person. Maybe they had a distinctive role and they wore some special outfit. And imagine, I can't even imagine it. That's how bad it is. The things that he does, you can't even imagine anybody that you know doing such things. It's unbelievable. We have some tea leaves, but I might read on one more thing from the cards. But isn't it true? Like I say that all the time. I have never met anybody in my entire life, my entire existence, that is as cruel and horrible and criminal and have you heard him lately how he insults people? Like I've never known anyone to insult people like that, to cut them down, to throw them under the bus, to just be a major asshole. Never. Have you? Next Trump will say he is Jesus. He said he's a chosen one. I mean, that's what boggles my brain. Awesomeness has. I haven't. I'm lucky, I guess. I'm also highly selective about the company I keep. Okay, what I'm going to do is we are going to read some tea leaves. Yeah, it's pure evil. It's pure unadulterated evil. It truly is. And the MAGAs are MAGAs because they're under cult mind control. It's that simple. Dumpy was installed by the Kremlin. It was Putin's dream to take over America and make it the Russian Federation of America. It's Putin's dream to own us. So he got in. He got in through bribery and cult mind control and bribery and cult mind control. Got Dumpy in 2016 and got him in again in 2024 with Elon Musk's help in 2024. We're under attack from a foreign enemy. Yeah, we can read on the Pooty's party on May 9th. And just as another side note, he's using Putin's playbook. Dumpy and all of them are using Putin's playbook. And Putin's playbook says, you don't have fair elections. Why would you do that? They get people, I know in the last election in Russia, they were going knocking on Ukrainians' doors and at gunpoint getting them to vote. Gunpoint. Getting them to vote for Pooty. I'm going to pull 3 cards. Yeah, we're not waiting until 2026. Don't even listen to that ridiculousness. We need him out today, immediately, ASAP. I can't even believe it. Makes me crazy that people anywhere are saying, oh, well, you know, the midterms. This is house on fire time. House on fire time. They're burning our democracy down to the ground. What the hell are people thinking? Oh, well, maybe we'll wait for the midterms. I'm sorry. It just makes me so mad. 3 community cards, and then I'll read some tea leaves. And then I'll let you go. Yeah, set people straight when they say stupid shit. Yeah, F the midterms. We need him. He's illegitimately in that position, and he's in 100 days, he's destroyed everything. Yeah, I'm on the same page as Jessica Denson, that's for sure. So 3 cards to help us to have some guidance for the next, say, 24 hours. The Devil and the Sun. There's tons of work being done to expose the devil with the sunlight. The demonic doesn't like sunlight to be shown on it. Think about the vampires. Don't the vampires like melt in the sun? I think they do. Yeah, I think that those cards are really, really, really... Why are readers saying 2026? I don't understand. It worries me. The entire world is under threat. It absolutely freaking worries me that people are on drugs or something. I don't know. To think that we can wait till 2026. What the hell is that? What the hell is that? I don't understand. I hate when I feel like the whole world has gone crazy and I'm in the twilight zone. It's the worst feeling ever. It's like, don't you see it? I'm sorry. I'm in rare form tonight. I don't know what happened to me. The news. So, the devil and the sun. So, the devil and the sun cannot exist together. The sun outshines the devil. And we are doing a lot of work, and we're going to see results. I'm glad you all agree with me. We can't even wait another month. He needs to be out of there now. We are in such danger. I do feel there's safeguards somewhere, though. Shall we read some tea leaves? There'll be no elections under a dictator. This is where it's really indicative of how naive we are. It's time for us to all learn a little bit more world history. They're not really psychics. Maybe they're just, I don't know. I don't understand. I'm not going to try to. There's a very powerful full moon coming up next week at this time. Yeah, what the hell are they waiting for? The ones you follow say the summer. Well, we're getting really close to summer. Yeah, well, I don't think it's late summer. I think it's very, very soon. I said that earlier. All right. Thomas is in Italy, so we didn't have the recurring, dad jokes in the chat. I told him he needs to jump on, but in Italy, I guess 8 o'clock would be maybe he's not a late night person. I am, but yeah, it's like 2 o'clock in the morning in Italy. He knows we miss him. Okay. What we have here is, this is kind of like a pyramid, and this is Saturn. So this is saying that things are coming to a peak, and Saturn is about it's kind of like karma. It's serious lessons that need to be learned, and it's coming to a head. And it looks like this is just indicating that this is kind of predestined. Things have to come to a head. This looks like some kind of a bird walking. That's interesting. It does look like a bird. What do you guys see? What do you call a fake noodle? An impasta. That's pretty good. You see the Eiffel Tower? Oh, yeah. I can see that. Saturn means business. Yeah, and I think France is a major. I've been saying that all along with Ukraine. I think France and Germany, major players there. And all along I've seen that France and Germany are working in the EU and with NATO to shut Dumpy down in some way. So here we have the moon. This is going to be a very busy, emotional week for us. It's only Monday, so batten down the hatches and get ready. This looks like people talking. This looks like children together. There's going to be a lot of talk around what they're doing to these immigrants. I think people are going to start really being furious. People are going to start really being furious, and judges too, not standing for these crimes against humanity. We have a very strong legal system, and this will not stand. Bye, Michael. And then we have Jupiter. This that kind of looks like a lightning, or kind of like a flash of good inspiration in Jupiter. This has got me a little bit what is that? It looks like something. It looks like somebody holding a message also. But as far as our emotions, this is about taking care of one another. Really strong energy about taking care of one another. And the sun, this looks like a message. It's kind of like a paper airplane. There's going to be a message coming to us it's going to shed light. That's the second time I've gotten that tonight. It's going to shine a light on what's been going on. We will be seeing that this week, and next are going to be unlike any other. You see the Eiffel Tower, yeah. Yeah, so expect some news out of France. Yeah, so there are a lot of people at town halls getting very, very, very upset. We have to help each other. We have to look out for each other. And praying for one another really helps. Maria earlier mentioned praying the rosary. Yeah, thank you, Dean, for the compliment. Michael, I thought you left. You can't get enough of us, right? If you are a spiritual person and or a religious person, please do not underestimate the power of prayer. And please, if you can, do not underestimate the power of group prayer. So you can just, if you're a Catholic, you can get people to say novenas every night. I have a novena for Padre Pio, to pray to Padre Pio. In fact, I have it right here on my table. Do those things because they matter. Maria prays the rosary. I do too. It makes a difference. Listen to the meditations on the Thursday night videos. We're doing a lot here, so stick with us. Hang with us, okay? See what you pray for. Feel it and know it. And if you want the declarations that we say every day, just on our own at 12 noon Eastern time, send an email to AnnetteDion7@gmail.com. Power of positive thinking, right? And I'll just copy and paste them and send them along to you. To book a session, my income is dependent on booking readings and donations and members, so psychic.annetteDion.com, and we'll talk more about everything else. Tomorrow, every day we do Off the Ledge and a pop-up PNN. So I'll do that tomorrow. Namaste. I love you guys. Great night. It was a great session tonight. All right. See you soon. Namaste.